Good afternoon and welcome back for 2 p.m. with the Trigger. Great to be here midway through the week. It's hump day. Yes, indeed. It's also another night for How to Rock the Stage coming up at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be streaming live right here on these same channels tonight at 7 o'clock with Tom Ruich. And we'll be talking about the power of storytelling and then selling and marketing and how sales happen more often when you're a great storyteller. Learn the power of storytelling tonight with Tom Ruich on How to Rock the Stage. That will be coming up tonight. But today, we're always here to help you shine brighter, to learn how to elevate you and your brand to the power of media, and so you can be seen as that go-to expert in whatever industry you're in. It's the power of the media, but part of learning to leverage this is learning to build higher level connections in your industry. Higher level connections, the people that you want to work with, rub shoulders with, get to know better, open more doors. Over my career of 30 years of broadcasting, I've had the privilege of sitting with amazing sports broadcasters, interviewers, athletes, and get to know them. And it's wonderful to have one of those conversations lead to another conversation to open up another door to where you're sitting with the owner of a national baseball team or national football team. And you have these open door conversations that lead and lead and lead. But many of us are doing that accidentally. We all dream of wanting to have that great connection, but we don't know quite how to do it. How do you build that intentional higher level of influence and reach and get into those conversations, get into those closed door conversations? It takes a while to learn how to do it. So today I'm going to share some insights on what I've learned and systems that I actually have in place to help me do that better and better, because it is a lot about who you know, especially in the media game. It's so true about who you know often opens up more doors. It is your talent, it is your skill, it is your expertise that gets you noticed and going higher and higher. But within the media area, this new world that we live in, who you connect with and who you know as a higher influencer often unlocks so much more. So feel the drop in the chat. Ask questions along the way. Let me know you're listening. And if this is being a help to you, I would love to know as we go forward today about building those higher level connections. I'm going to share another tool. I've talked about Trello before, but it's a planning board. It's a dream board. It's an operational board that keep me moving forward in the direction I want. I have many, many boards from authors of book release projects to new projects I'm working on. So that's a lot of what this is all about. But I'm going to show you one particular board here today. And this is a board that is all about prospecting, meeting these higher level people, and the strategy that I've developed over the years to help you do it. Of course, you want to track everything and you want to take notes on these influential conversations you're going to have. So I literally have a board. And again, this is a setup board. I don't want to reveal all my secrets of who I have on my dream list, but you do want to have a dream list of who you want to connect with. Who are the people that you ultimately really want to sit down and have a great conversation with? I have this little dream board on my other board myself of high influential names, some names you would recognize. Those are the people that I ultimately want to get to know. Now, it's not going to happen through a blind email. It's not going to happen through a random post. There are strategies of working up the ladder of influence to get to know these people. So literally on my board, I'll talk about who I have a connection. Years ago, it was the 6 steps to Kevin Bacon. Yeah, remember? Remember, you would meet somebody who knew their producer, who knew the director, who knew their agent, who got to the Kevin Bacon. It's kind of the same thing. How do you know how to work that web of who knows who's in what networking groups, who's in what mastermind groups, who's in these different spaces, so that then you are able to better connect with them. This is where it all begins, is by having that dream board. And then you want to be able to say, okay, I want to get to know him. I want to get to know her, and add them literally onto your board. Now, after you do that, I have a follow-up board right here that's all about the new contacts. I literally will make a new contact page, and that new contact page will reveal information about them. So let's just say Ted is a new contact, and I've got to know Ted. So what I do here with Ted is I have a brief description of Ted, and I put that right in the main center area of my Trello board. Now I have a list. Again, it's a list. So every list has sub people in it. Ted, I put down, a brief recap. Where did I find them? How did I connect with them? Who introduced me to them? Why did they contact me? Often new contacts come directly to you. So now you want to figure out how to track that information so you have great referral, because we all know people get on your calendar, people meet you at places, you forget all about them. Even when I'm out live in person on different traveling events, if they give me a business card, I will write down information, sometimes right in front of them, to make sure I don't forget who they are, where I met them. Or I will record it on my audio and do a quick little record or something like that to make sure I capture that information. And then I transcribe it back onto my Trello board where I can keep track of these people. Also, then I'll go back in and I'll do a deeper dive on who they are. So I'll go to LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and I will start compiling where their contact information is. So it's really easy. Up on this very first part, bang, that's who they are. Then I do how we connected. I want to know where we connected. So I literally will say, do we connect on Facebook, on LinkedIn? Let's say Ted and I connected there. I want to remember that Ted and I first connected there. It's just a brain starter. It helps me know about the flow. Was it in a networking group? I mean, how many times have you met somebody in a networking group? You booked a call. You come to do that one-on-one time together, and both of you admit, and this just happened to me yesterday, I can't remember how we came in contact with each other, but I know we booked a call. Never do that again, because that will diminish your ability to make that next contact and go up the ladder. So that's part of making that connection, having a tracking system. Then I do track if I made contact with them. Again, these cards can get moved over. So if Ted and I did meet, I grab my card and Ted goes over to made contact. See, I can follow the progression of this very, very easily. And let's say they're interested in a service. So I get talking to Billy here. Billy and I have a great conversation. Billy wants to know about one of my services. I'm going to move Billy over there to keep track of that. If they're not interested, I do have a not interested area, because you want to respect, as you build contacts, you build relationships, you want to respect no-fly zones. Make sure you do all of that. Now, part of the way you build this up and you build relationship, it's not just about tracking the information, it's about building that relationship. One big rule of calls that I do with people that I don't know, but I got introduced to, or I make those beginning and they're higher level people, always respect their time. You get a meeting, and I want to make sure, and I do have on my Zoom account, by the way, I do have a clock that I do put on that I can see. I could share it publicly, or I keep it behind, but I will start that clock very often to respect our 15-minute call, our 30-minute call. And as we get closer, I will actually say, hey, I want to respect your time. Thanks for getting to know you. Maybe we should follow up. I'd love to do another call. Maybe we're going to do a collaboration, but I'm going to respect that time. That's of high value to people that you meet that are in higher level places, that are busy, and they made special time for you. Treat them like a king or queen. Let them know you're going to respect that, because it will come back around. They will recognize you have that high value of respect, and it's very important. When you do go higher up the ladder, you want to also be curious in them. Don't be a fancy. Okay, there's a difference between curious and what they are, what they bring to offer, how they can help and work with people, but you don't want to be that groupie person. Oh, I've listened to every one of your records. I've come to all of your shows. You are so amazing. Can you sign my elbow virtually for me? No, you don't want to come off that way. You want to come off as an equal peer. You may not be at that level yet. You want to get to that level. That's why you want to get to know them. but you want to come peer to peer and talk with them in that space. Where are you at? Where are they at? What knowledge do you share and overlap with? Find that commonality. Now, on my dream list, the people that I would like to get to know, I am taking notes of different characteristics, organizations. I do my research on them before I get to that wanting to knock on the door and make that virtual connection or making that phone call connection. I want to know really more about them so I can find out where we are going to connect. And when you connect, that's where the magic happens. Build that higher level. Intentionally go make a list on LinkedIn today. Homework. This is your homework for you. I literally go on your Facebook or LinkedIn, your Instagram, whatever platform you use primarily, but go search for those high influencers that have great followings, that have a great show, that have an amazing podcast, that have a unique skill that you want to learn about. Go and look for those people and make a list of those people of, I want to get to know these rock stars. I want to get to know these stars. Start there because they're already in the social media platform. You may already have common friends and likes and connections. That's a great bump. Look for people that you have, like on LinkedIn. It's easy to find people that says 28 common people. If I have 100 common people and they're pretty strong common people, I'm going to reach out. Hey, we have a common connection. We have a common relationship. We're playing in the same business field. I'd like to get to know you, or I've heard great things about what you do, and let's have a conversation if we could. But keep reaching and growing and scaling higher. And the reason I bring that up is I had a great conversation today with an individual that is higher up the rung than I am in this media, public speaking, all that area. Great guy. But he's been on the list to get to know, and I've known him on the fringe. I've got to know him better and better and stepping up and stepping up and stepping up. That's the relationship you're looking at. But you want to be intentional about it. You want to have a plan of how to grow and scale these relationships, or it's only pipe dreams. You can say you want to meet whoever it is. My mate's drawing a blank. You may want to meet, one of the news anchors or one of the major networks. You might want to meet Hall of Fame football players. You're never going to get there without putting a plan into place. Now, accidents do happen. Surprises do happen. But we're in a professional world where we need to be professionally planned to grow and scale to elevate your brand authority. When you rub shoulders, when you get in that networking opportunity, that's where you want to make the first connection. And then build on it and build on it. One of the fun ways that I found to reach higher level connection is intentionally look for a collaboration opportunity. What can we do together that's going to elevate you, elevate me? Yes, they're at that level, but they're going to bring resources to it. But you may have a creative element that they don't have. Intentionally grow and plan your way of finding higher level people. That's going to take you to where you want to get to. Be humble, be respectful, show respect of that time, especially, and work on it every week. Send out 10 new connections to higher level people every week. Just 10. Because that's all you can track on your board. That's all you can track and make sure you're following up with properly. Reach out to 10 higher level people. Make sure you gather the information, track your results, when you emailed, when you contacted, when your Zoom meeting is, and work up the ladder. Have greater success, greater business relationships, and have more doors opened up. Hey, if you want to learn more about this, about how you can elevate this, contact me, Rich at richbontrager.net. Always willing to give you a leg up to help you to shine brighter in your area of expertise as a go-to expert. Coming up tonight, we do have How the Rock Stage, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. We go live right here, stream it again with Tom Ruich. As I mentioned at the beginning of the show today, Tom and I are going to be talking about storytelling, the power of storytelling as it comes into sales. Do you struggle to make sales? Do you struggle to close deals? The power of story can help you do that in a way that maybe you're just not fluid at yet. Tom and I are going to get into that. And then coming up tomorrow, we do have in the meetup group, we're going to have open mic night. And the open mic night topic of conversation, share one of your most embarrassing moments. We're going to have a good laugh, a lot of fun, and learn a little bit more about public speaking, how to show up on camera, and it's all in our meetup group. It's the Silver Springs, Maryland open mic night. That's going to do it for today. I hope this has been helpful. Drop a line. Let's connect and keep you rocking the stage. We'll see you.